Adinda, Intan. Hello everyone, welcome to another REDBOOM session.
Welcome to another REDBOOM session. We're just gonna wait for a bunch of you to join first and then we're gonna start.
Yeah.
Okay, just wait. Alright.
Alright.
Is this good? Alright.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright. So, hi everybody. Welcome to yet another REDBOOM session.
We are
Waiting for our guest artist to join. So the artist joining us tonight will be the iconic Wayan Jos, also known as Clap from Home, also known as Ian, former lead singer of the band Kimia, and who has now gone solo, and he's killing it, guys. Come to discuss music, funny stage situations, and his solo career.
Alright, so Wayan Jos has recently released his new solo EP, Soundtrack of Togoruga, that has touched the hearts of listeners and fans across the nation. And let's not forget his cool new duo, Damn Meddling Kids, with Athron and their current single, All Coming Back on Me. So we're so excited!
We're so excited, but before we let him join our show, we're going to play you guys. Well, a REDBOOM session wouldn't be a REDBOOM session without
our theme song.
The theme song.
Our theme song.
Our theme song.
We're gonna play our theme song.
Okay, we were reconnecting just now. This is also the official REDBOOM theme song.
Like REDBOOM 2.0. Okay. I don't know how to dance. Okay.
Alright, that's the theme song. So, I think now it's time that we let our guest artist join. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm sure that this is like full volume.
We're waiting for the talented, the iconic
Wayan Jos.
Hi!
How are you guys?
Good.
Oh my god!
How are
He's using
you?
a mic!
How long has it been since you...
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
Lama
while.
sekali.
Bener.
I see you have your guitar ready.
Yeah,
So
I was just sound checking and I was like, yeah. How does it sound? Can you hear it?
It sounds really good.
It's been clear.
Yeah.
So before we start, we want to ask you what you've been doing during quarantine and how have you been
coping?
feeling?
Yeah,
Come a bit this way.
it's not. It hasn't been easy, I guess.
Well, nothing has really changed in my life. 'Cause I'm in the studio anyway.
Oh my
That's
God.
true. Same with
We
us.
said the same thing like the other day. We were like, nothing's changed. We stay at home anyway.
Yeah, I know. I've been working on a lot of projects with Robbie. Well, not a lot, but a few projects with Robbie Napula.
Oh, wow.
Is it
Yeah.
an
just
album?
jingles.
Can you tell us a
No,
little bit
just
about it?
jingles. Jingles
The
and
single?
stuff.
That's so cool.
Jingles,
wait.
jingles.
Oh, jingle. Ah.
Just for he has this. I think he has like a podcast that he does regularly, and we made the music here in my studio,
That's
and I
so
did.
cool.
Yeah, I did also like it's not finished yet, but I finished the music for Dewick's new single.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
it's coming out
Wait.
soon. Soon.
You guys are literally the iconic duo in the music industry.
I don't know what.
So I think now that we've did the small talk, basa basi.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to our first game, if that's okay with you, singing situations.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we do this game?
Okay, so before we get into the juicy scoop about Mr. Wayan Jos, we're gonna start off a little fun. We're gonna do a game called Singing Situations, and what do we do, Ayan?
So this is a game where we ask our guest stars if they've been in a certain situation, whether that be like an awkward one or a really memorable one. So we're gonna ask you if you've been
You've gone through any
if
of
you've gone through
this,
something and you're gonna answer.
so you
yes
just
or
have to
no.
answer the questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
it's like a yes or no. It's a yes or no.
You can say it's a yes or a no kind of thing, but you can elaborate if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. So, first question, and I know some of the people watching will probably want to know this because it's funny. Where's the weirdest place you've performed at?
Weirdest place. I can't think of one right now.
Okay.
To be honest.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we should change it up a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like you've performed at a weird place, but you're just too nice to say it.
No, I can't think of one right now.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll get back to that later.
okay.
You're a good guy, Mr. Joss. So, second question is, have you ever needed to go to the bathroom really bad during a performance?
Yes.
Yes. And how did that go?
How did
One
that
time,
go?
actually, there was one time that I actually went to the bathroom in the mid-show.
Oh my God. Excuse me, guys. I gotta go pee right now.
Yeah, it was like during the solo of my guitarist was doing the solo at the time. This was my old band, like my first band.
Okay.
That's cool.
And then I was like, I had to go to the bathroom, I had to pee, so mid-show, I was like, oh, I gotta go. And I went to the bathroom, went back right on time. I just left the stage, and they were like, what?
What? Yeah, everyone probably confused.
Yeah, and then I went back right on time when his solo ended.
Good thing.
That's great timing.
Yeah, I purposely waited for his solo so I could leave.
That's a really
Talent right there.
That's a really good tip for y'all in the comment section. During the performance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Wait for the solo.
All right. Next question. Have you ever gotten into an awkward encounter with a fan?
Not really. No.
Not really.
Nah.
Like everything's been,
No.
chill and
No.
everything.
No.
Okay.
I'm actually
All right.
good. Yeah. I try to be nice to my fans. I don't call them fans. I call them Brens. Bren.
Oh yeah. I see that on your story.
All
It's
of
more
you probably
friendly,
know
you
this.
know?
You call everyone friends.
When I say fans, I don't know, fans to me, it feels like there's a distance. Like I don't really like. That.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like there's what do you call it? There's a wall between you guys when you say fans.
I like to be. I try to be close to them. I try to.
so I guess when you call them Brens, you just you put yourself on the same level as them, so there's no like
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's what I hope.
Really nice of you.
That really just shows that you're a really humble guy when it comes to your music, and we look up to you for that.
Thank you.
Shucks.
Nice.
So
The next question. Have you... Okay, I think every songwriter has gone through this. So, have you ever gotten writer's block?
and how did you overcome it?
Oh, a lot actually. How to overcome it? I guess you just gotta do it. Like
Yeah.
it's easy to say. I know it's easy to say, but like when you have writer's block, it's like sometimes I'd sit in front of a computer. I'll be like, right now I'm actually going through that currently, but
Oh,
I'm actually
wow.
doing, yeah. And like
You got
and then I'm in the middle of this project I'm doing right now with a bunch of friends, and that helps because I think having friends or musician friends, or like for example like who are in the same like sort of musical ability, not ability, but like you know what I mean, like vision. It
Yeah.
helps to push the creativity.
That's a really good tip.
Yeah,
That's really
because I do stuff myself a lot, so it kind of it becomes overwhelming sometimes working with the computer. I guess probably you guys know.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just sitting in front of a screen and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do next? Because
Yeah, because it's like drawing stuff. It's different when you're in a band. You have musicians, and it's very like instant, And
Yeah.
and there's also this spontaneous thing going on, you know. So it's like it helps to move that energy.
It flows better.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. So that's how I overcome it. And you just have to do it. You know, when you have writer's block, I think sometimes judgment of your own self also has a lot to do with that. You know?
Yeah, like pressure.
Because you want to
pressure.
bring up the best, but like,
Yeah, it's like when you do a song and then you become like, it's just not good enough, and then maybe it's not good enough, but you just have to finish it, you know?
you have to stop judging yourself because whatever comes out, it's your art, and no one should judge that, I guess.
Yeah. You just have to finish it. I think finishing anything is very important to, like finishing a work of art is like, for me, I have this thing that I say is like having to take a shit. You have to let it out. You have to let it out so you're healthy. Does that make sense? You know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Don't worry.
I think that's what's actually going to make it easier to understand.
Yeah. Sorry. Am I allowed to swear?
You're allowed to swear.
Go ahead.
Do what you want.
Okay.
Just no nudity.
All right. Do you have a pre-show ritual? Like, do you have a food that you have to eat, or do you have
to do something before a show?
I'm quiet. I stay quiet before a show.
Quiet.
Yeah, I
Get in the zone.
Yeah. I try to be very. I think it's automatic too. Like I become really introverted when I'm already introvert, but if I'm before you know performance, you know.
Do you still get stage fright before going on stage, or has that like died down since you've done a lot of shows already?
It's hard to say actually. I get nervous when there's technical issues. That's
I feel you.
You know.
Have you ever gotten into like a situation where maybe like the speaker died, or maybe an instrument wasn't working on stage?
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. That's like a very always.
I guess it's a pretty normal thing for musicians everywhere.
Yeah, of course, yeah, of course.
How
about you?
Sorry.
Am I allowed to ask questions too?
No, today is about you.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
But if you really want to, go ahead and slip a question in.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we have a little bit of time for one more question, and this one's the most important question, and it's really important to my heart, so please answer. We know that you have this crazy door in your studio full of signatures. Do you still have it, and why do you have that door full of signatures?
Well, actually, that door has been painted, sadly. Yeah, I know. When I was renovating the studio, they had to take all the stickers off. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
So, but your signature is still there. It's the only one still there.
Thank you.
We're special. You guys heard it here. We're special.
Yeah, it was still called Isla. Your band was still called Isla.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh wait, I gotta work on the lighting.
Oh no. Our red screen.
The reason why I did that was, because it's just for nostalgic reasons, if
Memory.
for memory, this band recorded here and all that,
Yeah.
Such a sentimental man you are.
I think we're going to move on to the second game, and that is Never Have I Ever. So do you have a beverage on you at the moment?
Oh, shh.
It's okay if you don't. We could make something else.
You know what? Just like instead of drinking, you can just
Put a
put a thumbs up.
yeah, put a thumbs up if you have.
I have a
Alright.
Hold on.
Okay, coffee will do.
Hold on.
Anything you want.
Where's the? Here.
Oh. All right.
Noise. All right.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Yeah!
Okay. So what do I do?
All right. We got a coffee, Bren. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, same color.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not part of the club.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Okay. First question. Okay, let me explain to the viewers first. So Never Have I Ever is basically a game where we ask about a certain situation, and if you've gone through that situation, you gotta drink a little sip of your drink.
And then you can elaborate on that experience. Okay, are you ready?
Well, if I've gone through that experience, I drink it and then I explain it.
Yeah. If you haven't gone through that experience, then
you don't have to drink.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
We're all playing.
Okay.
Never have I ever forgotten my lyrics during a performance.
So does that mean that I have?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, of course. I'm actually quite. I'm pretty forgetful with my lyrics, actually.
Same. People expect you to always remember what you've written, but
Because they're your own, but like
it's so hard.
it's hard.
Yeah, it's because it's sometimes when you go on autopilot too, you know. Sometimes when you're on stage,
Mm-hmm.
you ever had that before? You just go on autopilot because you play that song, you know, one too many times. It just
Yeah, and then it just, I don't know, you just go blank.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because like, oh, I've played this so many times, I know what to do, but then you end up, blanking out.
Yeah.
Like for me, I had this one situation where I was like, God damn it, I forgot my lyrics. So I was like, okay, everybody sing for me. And then I let them sing in the crowd because I was like, oh God, no.
I just sing like gibberish.
Yeah, that's relatable.
yeah.
Okay, next question. Never have I ever got an inspiration in the weirdest situation.
God. I don't know.
What's weird though?
Like, so usually people expect you to get inspiration in the studio, right? So like maybe somewhere that wasn't. Yeah.
Okay, for me,
Yeah.
a lot of my music ideas happen on the motorcycle.
Oh my God, same!
Always, like a lot of it actually. It's I don't know what it is about being on the bike or on the road.
Yeah, like the wind in your hair.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's the motion of the wind and everything. I don't know.
But I don't know if that's considered weird, but that's what happens a lot for me.
I guess it's unusual for
Yeah.
some people.
Unexpected.
Unexpected.
Actually, it's actually quite common actually.
Yeah, I think so, because that's like the same thing as me, because like there was this one time I was going to the market with my dad, and then we were on a motorbike, and then I was like, God damn it, that freaking ex of mine, and then I started singing something, and then it came out, and I was like, Dad, stop the motorbike, I have to record this, and he was like, what? And then I recorded it, and then we went.
So, people watching, if you've ever gotten inspiration on a motorbike, comment.
Yeah.
Come into the fray.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Messiah. Next question. Never have I ever not showered before a show.
Really? Am I the only one?
I remember that clearly.
Explain the juice.
Yeah, that's that's one experience that I actually really remember. It was a gig in Kuta.
Yeah.
I was surfing actually. I was at the beach. I was, and I was too lazy to go home, and I was still wearing my board shorts,
Oh my
and I wasn't
goodness.
wearing any shoes or sandals. I went on stage.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Iconic.
this was a long time ago. This was a long time ago.
So you were probably all sticky from the ocean.
Well,
Oh,
you showered in the ocean.
yeah. Well, technically, I did shower, right?
Please. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge.
So my story isn't that interesting. It's kind of boring actually. So there was like no time between sound check and the actual performance. So I was like, oh god, no time. I'd rather put my makeup on than shower. So I was like, okay, just put it on my sticky face, and I was like, done.
Yeah.
Pretty boring.
How was
Makeup
that?
on.
Sticky?
And then I got a big zit after that.
Oh man.
Yeah, teenage situations.
Oh
Alright,
god, that's been hell.
Never have I ever done a show without a sound check.
Oh yeah, of course.
Cheers.
That's like,
I feel like that happens a lot, yeah?
yeah, that's very common actually. Like especially at regular gigs, Like what do you call
Never
it?
done it. It looks fun.
Like yeah. Like if you do like regular gigs, like
Mm-hmm.
you don't really want a sound check because it's like really draining and stuff. I don't know about you guys because I know you guys play electronic music and like sound check is like a must thing to do.
Yeah.
Because you need to make sure all your systems on. But me, because I'm just I'm a guitar vocal guy. I just plug in and it works.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't.
I want to back off of this question if that's okay with you. Have you do you prefer performing in a more intimate kind of place, or do you prefer larger crowds? I'm just curious.
Intimate.
Intimate?
Same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel more nervous when you're faced with a bigger crowd, or is it just the same as when it's more intimate?
I think bigger crowds more nervous, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's
Same.
because it's really hard to stay connected energetically with the audience when they're so far away.
Yeah. So it's like no chemistry going on.
Yeah.
I
But
see.
like, yeah, maybe it's different when you have like a big following. It's probably a different case because I've never really had to deal with that kind of situation. I've played with a bigger audience once before, opening for Paddy. You know Paddy?
I've heard of it, but
Yeah.
I don't really know
Yeah.
who it is.
Anyway, they were all the audience were all their fans, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
We were like the opening band, and it was, it's hard to connect with them because they're so far away. One, and then they don't know your music too. So it's extra, yeah.
Yeah. It's much better when most of the crowd knows your music because they'll sing along, they'll cry with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
But
why you have to start small.
Everyone watching this live knows, all of the friends here probably know your music, so that's what matters, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, next question, last question actually. Never have I ever cried during a show
Or while
listening to a song.
Wait.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you repeat that?
Never have I ever cried during a show, during a performance, or like
While listening.
while listening to a song.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if
You wrote-
crying the word, but like almost cried maybe.
Like emotional.
Yeah, emotional. Yeah.
Does Hans Zimmer get you emotional? I'm just asking because you post a lot of them.
Yeah. Zimmer is very moody. It makes me moody. His music is very, puts you in a certain mood,
Definitely.
Yeah, like I've like there's a few. I think there's one song that, or maybe a couple of songs that I wrote.
Mhm.
And I performed them, and I'm happen to be in a certain situation that it makes me almost wanna cry or something. Get kind of teary, but it doesn't happen. But it
Yeah.
happens,
Mm-hmm. So that's the end of Never Have I Ever, and we'll let you prepare for 2 songs,
If that's okay with
if
you.
that's okay.
No problem.
We're so excited.
We'll read a couple comments while waiting for you to get ready.
How does it sound?
Sounds amazing from here. Very clear.
I can't really read any of your comments because all of you are sending emojis and really happy and nice emojis. So thank you everyone for joining.
And whenever you're ready. Wayan Jos,
Wayan Jos, everyone.
So do I play 2 songs in a row, or?
Up to you.
And you can explain.
This is your
Well, this
time.
one. Okay, this song is about. Well, my friend wrote the lyrics for this one. His name's Mark.
All right.
It's called Ennui. I played it at your opening. I think I did at your launch. Your
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
yeah. So he wrote the lyrics for this. It's about escaping yourself basically, and
See.
saluting the senses. It's basically about substances, I think. That's how I see it, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
Not in a negative way. Maybe here it goes. And it excites me. Things I haven't seen, songs I haven't heard, places I haven't been. That's my temptation. Means to justify fire in my eyes, desire burning deeper. And when the rage subsides, it creeps into my skin. It feels alive. The vessels in my brain disturbs the mind, protects me from the pain. It heals, it lies. Salute the soul, salute the senses. Life is more than making sense of. To cure the soul, to cure the senses. I find the answer when it's over. And when the rage subsides, Okay, thanks guys. Okay, next. I want to sing your song. Just kidding. I love this song. This song of yours, Rise. It's like one of my favorite songs. I don't know the lyrics though. I wish I do, but I love that song. Anyway, okay, next song. This one's called Astronia. This is an old song of mine. Oh, not mine, but my old band. Yeah, here it goes. It's a bit toony, hey. Let me check. Hold on.
Lagi katanya more.
Okay, here it goes.
panahon ku tak bisa membuatmu balik padaku. Sungguh kau tak pernah berikan aku waktu yang pasti bisa mengubah hidupku. Melihat bintang-bintang, melukis mimpi-mimpi. Melihat bintang-bintang, melukis mimpi-mimpi. Melihat bintang-bintang, melukis mimpi-mimpi. Melihat bintang-bintang bersama. Bersama. Thank you.
That I don't know what to say.
Speechless.
Your voice is like butter.
Love it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I think before we start the interview, there were a couple of comments that I thought you might want to answer. So someone asked, sarapan apa biar suaranya begitu? What do you eat for breakfast to sound that good? Juice,
I
juice.
eat fruit.
He eats a lot of fruit, guys. He's a healthy guy.
I
He
eat
told us
fruit
about his
and
diet.
I drink a lot of juice. I don't know about healthy, but you know what helps for the throat actually is apple cider.
Apple cider.
Apple cider, guys.
Apple
Does
cider
that not
vinegar.
burn your throat?
Huh?
Does it burn your? I don't know.
No,
I've
It's not
never.
alcohol.
This is also actually like if you drink apple cider with like just the 1 spoon of apple cider, organic apple cider, and a glass of water every day, it's really good for clearing up the phlegm, whatever you call it.
Fun.
Yeah,
You will try that one day.
yeah. It's good. It's healthy too. So. Anyway, there you go.
Itu ya, guys. So the next question that somebody asked in the comments was, since you're going to be performing a couple more songs, 1 or 2 songs after the interview, are they allowed to request? Or do you have stuff prepared already? It's fine.
What do they want to request?
It depends, guys. Just like let us know in the comments what your request is. It depends. Kalau mau request, tergantung ya guys. Harus komen dulu, and we'll see what Mr. Joss said. The guitar sound bagus. Pakai apa? What do you use for your guitar sound? Because it sounds great. Someone asked.
This is just using Logic's amp.
Logic
Right
amp.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was possible. Wow.
This is just the amp
Okay,
from
play
Logic.
that. So now we're gonna move on to the interview, if that's okay.
Okay.
sources, guys, where we get all the scoop. So y'all pay attention now. How has COVID-19 affected your life?
I'm working out more.
Yeah, we saw that.
I'm on like a challenge. I'm challenging myself. So yeah.
Yeah. So after the pandemic is over, you guys just watch out for this fit guy walking around. That'll be Wayan Jos.
That's the only thing that's changed.
Yeah. So like getting fit.
Yeah, getting healthier.
There are 2 requests, and one of them. 1 second, sorry. Seperti Khayalku, and then there's Chandu Baru.
Okay. I don't know if I can play that song. I don't know. I haven't played that song in a while.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
I can play half of it, maybe. Maybe.
All right.
Next question. How has the beginning of your career influenced your current music?
Career is what though?
Like when you just started music, like the history of your career, how has it like made you into the person you are today, into the musician you are today?
Okay. I learned a lot from before I was producing producing and arranging music for artists, quote unquote. Like before that, I was very when at the beginning of your, I don't know about you guys, but when I started out writing music, in the beginning I was very, just experimenting a lot, and I didn't have a basic knowledge of it. It was just all based on like what I thought sounded good,
Yeah.
And what changed a lot is actually after I started producing and working with like labels at the time. That influenced my not songwriting, but like music arrangements in a lot of ways. Yeah. So I learned a lot about structuring, like proper structure. Well, I don't know if proper is the word, but like structure that is radio friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so learning that made me a better, not better, but like faster, I guess. When I work on songs now with my band or something, I'm actually a lot faster at doing it, like I don't really, it's more like, okay, verse, chorus, verse. It's like more
Structured.
I don't really think about it too much,
Oh, I see.
So more efficient now.
Yeah. So is that what you meant with the?
Yeah, so basically what you mean is you've learned a lot from experience, and that's what has,
Shaped into who you are today.
shaped you into today.
I'm just wondering, if you hadn't worked with labels, do you think your music would be different today? Like, as in, like, the structure, the genre?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What were your influences at the beginning of your career?
Well, to be honest, in my first band, I didn't really do much in my first band. I was just a singer.
Yeah.
I learned a lot
You didn't
from
get to
them.
really-
Yeah, I learned a lot from my friends. Like they were my kind of teachers. Like I learned from them. Before my band, before those guys, I didn't even know how to write any song, like
Yeah.
or anything. I was just a singer that likes to sing and wanted to be in a band. Originally, I was.
Explore more.
I'm sorry, what?
So now you get to like explore your own like path.
Yeah, I actually even during that time, I had music in my head. I didn't know how to translate it. Thankfully, I went to Jakarta,
Yeah.
In Jakarta, there was a studio, and that's where I was like, oh, wow, a recording software. I didn't even know that. So yeah, that's when I learned a lot about, oh, there's a possibility of sound engineering. There's there's all these other aspects of. It's not just about playing music. There's other things.
Yeah, that's so true.
So it opened a lot of things.
Doors.
Yeah. Doors. Yeah, I guess that's the word. Yeah. Yeah.
Next
Does that answer
question.
your question?
Yes, it does. So clear. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Next question. Do you have any regrets as a musician? Any?
I do have a couple actually.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I played piano since a young age.
You do though.
You're doing it now.
I wish, like, because when you start something younger, like,
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, it's a lot better. It's just
Yeah, it's like,
you don't really have much to catch up onto. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
But at least you started.
Yeah. I know. But it definitely my not having the skill of like being able to play the piano fluently, it definitely stunts your arrangement skills. Like when it's like I have this idea in my head, but I can't do it. That feeling. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like because sometimes I have this. Okay, I want to do this, but fucking fingers, but I can't. Like.
Yeah, we feel that too.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I wish I did.
Yeah. Other than that, why would you regret like all the big steps in your career, right?
I love it.
That's great. That's
Yeah,
really great.
I'm glad I'm playing music. It's
Music is life. I don't know.
Next question.
Oh.
Okay. Alien Child encourages being yourself and accepting others. So we want to ask any tips on how to stay true and be yourself in the music industry?
How to stay genuine.
How to stay genuine?
You mean musically or as a person?
Like as a person in general, as someone who performs,
Like
in any
music-wise
way.
as well. Like maybe it's in your lyrics or the way you.
Okay.
arrange
Gotcha. Okay. Like for lyrics, like my thing would be never write something like, for example, don't write the experience of riding a Ferrari if you haven't ridden a Ferrari before,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Yeah.
it has to be like from experience, it's better if it's your personal experience. It's more, I guess, it's easier too to write something like that or something.
And I guess it's like when you perform that song, it will be easier to let out the emotion because you know how it felt at the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's unless you're writing about a book or something. You read a book.
Yeah.
You get, and that also has to come from your perception of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get where you're coming from. Because sometimes when you try to write from someone else's point of view, it becomes difficult to write down the lyrics, and it becomes difficult to perform that song because you can't really let your emotions
You can't
out.
like connect.
You can't connect.
Yeah. That's why I have a hard time singing lyrics that's written by someone else, especially if it's like a personal experience of someone else, like too personal. It's like I don't know what.
If you've never been through it, how are you gonna?
And it's like I don't know. Yeah.
Cool.
So I guess that's Wayan Jos's tip to stay genuine is to just be honest with your music
And
and
your lyrics and
everything. Just be honest. I
take
guess.
notes, people.
Yeah, like I was just talking about being true with my friend for my current, like, because I'm doing this project right now, this new band I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about, like, oh, he was like, oh, we should do this, we should do that, so it's different than your old band, and I'm like, dude, if it's you in the band and another guy in the band, it's gonna be different, because as long as they're being doing their own thing, they're not trying to be someone else, like my friend, he's a guitar player, and he's like, oh, I'm worried I'm gonna sound like, say, for example, Jimi Hendrix or something. But you'll never sound like Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah. There's only one Jimi Hendrix, and there's only
you'll
one.
never sound like them. It's all like, as long as you're just being okay. I have this set of skill. I'm just gonna use whatever I have. And
Yeah, true.
That'll show on tape, like, definitely.
Yeah. That. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say right now. I'm sorry. I just went blank.
So I guess that's really nice. Like, just as long as you're bringing your dish to the table, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Last question, actually, for this interview. How do you think this pandemic has affected the music industry, and how do you think the music industry will look like after the pandemic is over?
I think there's gonna be a lot of online concerts. Hopefully, like, I kind of, I don't know, I don't want to be all this, I know it all, but like, I predicted this a long time ago, maybe, like, I was just talking to my friends, I'm like, maybe in the future there's gonna be, people are gonna have concerts just, online, people are just gonna use virtual goggles, and like, they can see the band,
Yeah.
I think that's gonna happen in the future, I think.
And it's happening! Oh no!
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I mean, of course, there's still going to be, real concerts, but I think it's going to be seeing online concerts.
But like, even after pandemic, maybe this might turn into like a thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's more convenient for some people because traveling can be costly, I guess. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. But we'll see.
We'll see.
There's a question for you from your Valentine. Ian. And she's asking, Ian, pernah merasa dikecewakan oleh musik? I don't know how to explain this question.
Oleh musik? No. Never.
No.
Nah.
Music doesn't disappoint. Music helps you cope.
Yeah, I always feel satisfied with music. I get insecure sometimes, it's normal,
Yeah.
because you have expectations of yourself a lot. It's actually in music, you are your own enemy, actually. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like,
because a lot of the times, you have this standard of your, okay, I want to reach this level, but you forget to be yourself. Back again to that.
especially when going on stage, sometimes you're like, oh, what if they don't like me? What if they hate my music? But what's important is that you're brave enough to get on that stage, and let out your art. Let your art be seen by and heard by people. I really admire people who are so, how do you say the word in English? Cuek, like really like.
Yeah. Who don't care? Give a damn.
I'm gonna rock out no matter what, I like those.
Yeah.
I love being in the, especially like, I've seen people like that, and it's usually the people who are like that make it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say names, but like a lot of the friends I had who were like that, they're big now, because because they don't care. They just do their
That's
thing.
good.
You know.
That's another thing that you should write
advice.
down, guys.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Don't care about what other people think.
Yeah. It's hard. It's easier said than done.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not saying it's easy.
All right, so that is the end of our interview. But before we continue, aliens and Wayan Jos friends, we are going to ask. Before we continue to the second half of this live performance, don't forget to DM or comment other artists you'd like to see us bring on to our next REDBOOM session. Before we listen to your
Last song.
last one or two,
Yeah.
one or two or three, whatever you want. We have one last question, and it is, what is music, Mr. Wayan Jos?
What is music?
What is music to you? We ask this for every REDBOOM session.
Oh, shit. I had an answer to that.
It's
Forgot.
hard.
What was that? I thought about that. What is music? Music is a set of numbers that is organized. No, this is too technical. I don't know. Music is, to me, music. Are you just asking the definition of music, or are you asking what music?
What is music to you? Like anything.
It can, like, your personal definition of what you think music.
I guess music is expression of you. You know, if you're a
Yeah.
musician, music is an expression of your thoughts. I guess
Mm-hmm.
can be right. Like,
Yeah,
it's a very hard question, man.
I know, that's why we ask it every REDBOOM session, because it makes people confused, and
It
it's
seems like
funny.
such an easy question, but it's so
I actually
difficult.
had an answer to that. I'll text you guys after this.
Text us. Let y'all know.
So yeah, I think that's for now. Like, my answer would be, music is, you know, expression of your thoughts. Yeah, like expression of your ideas into, you know.
All right. Are you ready?
We're back, guys. So now we're going to hear another wonderful performance by Mr. Wayan Jos. The
Okay.
stage is yours. Take it away.
Last song, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, you can do 1, 2 songs.
Whatever you want.
Okay, I'll do this song actually. I haven't played this song in a while too. Okay. Anti-elektronika kita. Oh ya, segala yang kulakukan tak bisa tanpanya. Oh, cukup dari satu mata kita melihat dunia, satu mata untuk semua. Oh 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 oh, sialan dari jalur. Sialan jalur baru
candu sialan. Oh yeah. Selamat datang di dunia maya, tempat jiwa-jiwa kelaparan. Warga negara dunia baru terperangkap di dalam jaringan. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
That was a thrill.
I think before we continue to the next song, we should read some of the comments. Is there a plan to make a typical Balinese song with Balinese music arrangements?
What's that?
Is there a plan to make a typical Balinese song with Balinese music arrangements? By Iwe Karta.
Balinese song with typical Balinese arrangements?
Yeah.
What's typical Balinese arrangement?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe like
Pentatonic
pentatonic, maybe?
range. I don't know.
No, not really. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And that
but Balinese music is hard, man. Not
is.
like
Is this from?
like the traditional ones. Like that's another thing I wish I learned.
Because it's a totally different level of like rhythm and
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
Well, the polyrhythms and all that. It's very hard to play. You know.
Not everyone can do it.
Yeah, I think you need to really, be involved in the Banjar, band to be able to, learn that, and that's like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. I've never played any of that stuff, so I can't really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
I think Afron has joined.
Oh, that,
What's up? What's up?
Monsieur Athron.
Good Indy says hi, Kak Ian.
Hi, Indy.
we should me, you guys, and Athron. Basically, DMK and Alien Child should do do a collab one day.
I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey, legends. Hi. Hi, even more legendary person.
Sorry, you were saying?
So Athron writes really good like melodies and lyrics. You know, his
Yeah, we listened to
like
your latest.
same like you guys. You know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When is the new album
Gonna
going to be
be
released?
That's who asked
Who
that?
asked that? Shut
My
up.
album?
Well, you do, yes. When is the new album going to be released?
I don't know. I don't have a date. I just wanna take a slowly, not slowly, but you know, surely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Take your time.
It'll come when it comes. Okay, guys? It's gonna be good whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
Mr. Alfred says, yes, I'm scared
Definitely,
of a lot of things.
Because
But I'm not scared.
Demeddling Kids does like electronic stuff, and it'll work, you know, with you guys. It's
Let's do it.
He said, I'm scared of a lot of things, but I'm not scared of a collab. Well, good, because it's happening.
he's scared of spiders.
Oh,
Same,
God. Oh, my
same.
God. Aya.
They're like the worst. Do you not know the feeling of like, they have those little legs and everything?
It's so funny how you guys get.
Are you not scared of? Oh my gosh. It's scary.
All right, so we'll let you continue your set, or how many songs you want to like do.
I think this is the last song. I think I want to do a cover song right now.
Oh yeah. Alright. It's good. Inside. Somebody's hiding. It's crowding my eyes box. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. Guess I'll just close my eyes. Oh yeah. Alright. Feels good inside. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Demi. Somebody's hurting. Bottle is ready to blow. Say that so. Your junk is a heartbreaker. Say that so. My love is a life taker. I won't confront you. I never could do, which might hurt you. So try and be cool when I say this way is a water slide away from me that takes you farther every day. Be cool. Say that so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say that so. My love is a silence. You cleaned up, found Jesus. Things are good, also I hear this bottle of Stevens awaken ancient feelings. Like father, stepfather, the sun is turning in the dark. Yeah, 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 yeah. Saying it's so. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Saying it's so. My love is a life taker.
Wayan Jos,
guys.
everybody, friends.
You guys are amazing.
You are even more amazing. We didn't even think that you would want to be on our show
Thank you
tonight.
for joining us tonight.
I love you guys.
so much.
I'm a big fan. Of course I want to be in
We're
it.
big fans of you. We're big fans of you. Oh my gosh. But unfortunately, it's time to end this session. But this
We
was
want
so
to
much
say
fun.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, friends and aliens. This is the end of the session. Thank you. Thank you, Wayan Jos, for being so humble to join us
Thank
and
you, thank
give us
you.
different tips on music. Thank you, everybody,
I
and
can't wait to hear new music.
we can't wait.
Yes, me too. I can't wait either.
All right, guys. Bye. Stay right.
Everyone, stay healthy,
Bye.
everyone. Stay healthy. Bye.
Bye.